All right, so it is currently May 14th. I have a very, very busy day. I have to pack because I'm going to New York on tomorrow morning. I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. because I'm competing in the Brooklyn Half Marathon Saturday morning. Okay, this is going to be my second long distance race that I've ever taken part in. Last year, I did the New York City Marathon for the first time. That's the longest I ever ran in my life, period. So this year, I've been doing a bit more training. I signed up for the Brooklyn Half Marathon on a whim. I got in, and we're going to see how that goes. But today, I got a very busy day. I need to basically pack, go meet up with the homie Stella before I teach a class. I have 3 classes today that I'm teaching at Barry's. I'm going to train a client in between all that. And yeah, I still need to pack. So we'll see how this goes. Because I'm only going to be in New York for a few days, I'm really trying to not overpack. I've found that like on my last couple trips that I've gone on, I have like brought way too many things. And it ends up just pissing me off when I'm on the trip because I'm like, yo, I didn't really need to bring all this stuff. So in terms of camera gear, all I'm going to be bringing this time will be the camera that I'm shooting on. I'm going to bring, one single light. Not that I think I'm going to need it, but I may be shooting some stuff at other ship while I'm out there. So better to be safe than sorry. And then I'm going to bring a little tripod. Probably like a little small tripod that I'm using right now. And then that's it. And my mics. The one thing that is really bothering me that I can't find is I had a little SSD for my iPhone that I like to use if I'm going to be shooting some higher quality stuff when I only have my iPhone with me. But, if I can't find it now, it is what it is. I'll just have to live with it because things could always be worse. And I need my iPad. That's pretty much it. I will be running using my Bandit Running race shorts. I'm a big fan of race tights because your boy's got some thick legs. And the other day I ran, the chafing was awful. So anyway, I'll be wearing those. I'm undecided about this tank. I'll either be wearing this Bandit tank. This is all part of a collab that they did with New Balance. Red is my favorite color. I love the back of it. So I might be wearing this. If not, there's a black tank top that I'll be wearing. But basically, the tights are in. I'm gonna be wearing those. Potentially with the hat, yes, everything is Bandit. Potentially. I don't know if I'm gonna wear a hat on the day, but we'll see. Obviously, it's a half marathon. I don't need this many gels, but I'm gonna bring the gels just to be safe. You can never be sorry about that. And then my shoes, the creme de la creme. What am I gonna be wearing for the shoes? I have 2 options. One pair is in my car. I'm bringing them just in case. We'll see. But these bad boys right here, this is what I'm going to be running in. The On Light Sprays. You see these? I got these last year from On when I was running the New York City Marathon. But I've been running in these. Love them. Obviously, when people see these, they're like, there's no way these are actually comfortable enough to run in or words of support. But let me tell you, these bad boys right here, I got these maybe, I would say 4 days before I ran the marathon, which is a big no-no. You never run in brand new shoes. That's a big no-no. But essentially, I was given the shoes a few days before the New York City Marathon. I ran in them. I tried to break them in, and then I just said, you know what? We're gonna run the whole marathon in those shoes, and I did. So I ran the full marathon wearing shoes that I only had for 4 days prior. So if that's any indication as to who I am, it means I just like to do things live, you know? So here we are. In terms of my goal for the marathon last year, when I ran the full marathon, it was technically my first time also running a half. So there was a bunch of PBs, like personal bests that I set, which I take with a big grain of salt because I didn't really train for it. So anyway, this was my time last year when I ran the half marathon. My goal this year is to, I hate saying this out loud, I want to beat that time by at least 10 minutes. So if I can get 1:45, I will be happy. But we'll see how it goes. You know, obviously I'm going to update you. If it's terrible, you'll never know. Well, you'll know.
Be your guide for our class and our immersion experience today. Before we get started, I just want us all to land here together in the space.
This is culture we're talking about, and Stanley, I read all of that stuff helps you to come out of your mind. And the idea is that if you can create a ritual to come out of your mind, you're going to feel much better, much more joy, much more fulfillment.
His girlfriend that he was dating for a very long time said so many beautiful things about you. He said you were.
Keep moving down? Ready? All right, thank you.
She showed up. I'll have the bag.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sweet. With the little bibby. The little bibby right here. There we go. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go this way. Okay. There's me. We got it. We got the bib. We got the focus, brother. There we go. Thank you. Oh my days, brothers. Your boy got it done. Oh my God. I'm cooked. So completed the half marathon. Finished it in 1 hour and 45 minutes. And let me tell you, it was a battle. Yeah, it was humid. I could not believe how hot it was. Hot isn't even the right answer. It wasn't hot. It was just humid as hell, man. I think the thing that I'm the most proud of, if I'm being honest with you, is that I did not stop running the entire time. That might have been the longest amount of time I ever ran without stopping. because I'm having a hard time thinking back to the marathon last year. I feel like when I did the marathon, there were definitely times when I started to walk. That was basically past kilometer 32, and my quads started to seize up. But I felt good. I mean, there was one point in the race, like right now my quad is a little sore. There was one point in the race where I started to feel my right quad, but I was able to basically send it the last kilometer. If you look at my times, I'll probably put them on the screen. You can clearly see that I just wanted the race to be done. So I like really sprinted that last kilometer, half mile, whatever it was. But overall, very happy with my performance. Beat my previous time, because I did. It's hard to use my previous time as a metric because I completed a half marathon while doing the full marathon. So I didn't have a fitness level that would have allowed me to maintain the pace that I did today back then. But I first time I ever did a half marathon, I did it in literally basically 2 hours, 1 hour and 59 minutes. Today I did it in 1:45. So major achievement. Very, very happy about that. So I can't really complain. Very happy. I will say this though, one thing that I'm really kind of struggling with, I finished the full marathon and then I finished the half, and they're not easy things to do. They're very hard feats, and I'm so proud that I was able to get them done. But I feel like the marathons for me have been like a weird reflection or parallel to my life in terms of trying to build community or like having a better understanding of not who my friends are, but basically for most of my life, I feel like I've always set really low expectations for other people, in the sense that like I always kind of expect people to let me down, which isn't a good thing at all. I know that. So that when or if it inevitably does, I'm not that upset about it. But the truth is, I'm always upset about it when it happens. This probably comes from parental stuff, like when I was growing up, that kind of shit, but it's a really sobering feeling to finish a marathon, finish a physical activity that is that intense, and when you finish, you have no one at the finish line waiting for you. That is a very sobering feeling, especially when there's like, you can just see that happening for a lot of people, like I finished the marathon and I'm just kind of like overran with this feeling of like, okay, now what? Or it's like I don't have anyone to share that with in that moment. And, taking that with a grain of salt, I'm in another country. Like, I'm not back home where I live. So, I definitely can't expect people to fly out here and do all that. But it is like a very sobering feeling, something that I am kind of struggling with, that I feel like I need to get to the bottom of, because yeah, it does bother me, but I'm not gonna lie, it does upset me a little bit, but it's a two-way street, like I think I have to do a better job of fostering these types of relationships or communities so that I don't feel so alone when these situations come up. And just, doing a better job of expressing how I feel in these moments, or letting people know that I would like really love for them to be there, that kind of thing. So these are just some thoughts that I had on the train ride and the walk home. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm still grateful that I finished the marathon. I literally can't complain. I hit the time that I said I wanted to hit. So you can't ask for anything more than that. You know, you really can't.